Namaste. Who am I? The question that ponders in all. Seeker follows this call. Where is the answer? Is it in the ashram hall? Is it in the books of the stall? Is it in the mountains that is far? Is it in the Guru shining as a star? Take a deep breath and dwell. All is always well. Let go of the past. Disregard the future. Present is the present. Be aware of the now moment. Vedanta bell is ringing around the corner as an invitation to the silence inner. Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. Join me in this journey of divine madness. Let the plurality be dismissed, absolute oneness be understood. Presenting to you through Atmananda Lahari podcast, Adi Shakti Varalakshmi Niranjan. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Mavit Vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. We have been looking at Atharvaśīrṣa Upanishad. We actually covered up to the chanting where it says Ridham Vachmi, Satyam Vachmi. That's where we stopped in the last episode, where we kind of quick recap. We explained that the alignment between thought and word and action has to be carefully maintained so that the inner duality can be dismissed. That is the most important thing we talked about. This whole Upanishad comes like a prayer. So the prayer is mainly to remove the obstacles in this journey, in the spiritual journey. And when we say obstacles, it's called pratibandha. The obstacles can come either in the form of adhyatmika, so they can actually come within us, like maybe say laziness, don't want to do things, don't want to listen to podcast, don't want to even think about attending a Vedanta class, that kind of laziness. Or sometimes distraction. Oh, we have a puja to go, we have this get together, potluck to attend, so I don't want to be going to the Vedanta camp, that kind of distraction. But those are all arising from within. That is adhyatmika. Then we have adi bhautika. Adi bhautika is whatever that is surrounding us, which could include family members, include friends, people, or also objects. There could be traffic jam when you are going to a Vedanta class. Things that are kind of little out of your control, but it's due to the surroundings that is happening. And then the third one is adi daivika. So this is more like a deva sankalpa, like the devas are doing it, like earthquakes or flood or rain or power cut, all those things. So the obstacles, the pratibandha can come in any of these three forms, and we are praying so that all these obstacles are removed. But the fundamental thing again in Vedanta is there are no three things. There are no two things. It's only one, right? It is without a second one. But here we are talking about adhyatmika, adhibhautika, adhidaivika. It's just mainly temporarily we are dividing so that we can understand. We have to understand all these are actually the karmic factors, which is mainly because of my own karma. Whatever I have done before, it's coming on my way. And once I know that, I will be able to move beyond the obstacle. And we are praying that Brahman, we are praying that inner light, the Atma within us, to remove these obstacles. The best example I can give is the water. When the water is flowing, say water falls from a tall mountain, it is falling, and then it hits the rock, there is a lot of obstacle, but the water continues to flow through. It doesn't stop. If it's a big rock, it just goes around it. If it's a small rock, it just jumps above it. So we have to learn to move beyond these obstacles so that we can continue in this journey to understand the ultimate truth. So having said that, we will now proceed to the next area of the chanting of this Upanishad. It starts like this. Avatvamam, avavaktaram, avashrotaram, avadhataram, avadhataram, avanuchanum, avashishyam. So it all says ava in the beginning. Ava means protect. So it's a prayer form, right? We are asking for protection. And sometimes it can also be used as a command from a place of privilege here. It's almost like saying, you have to protect me. There is no other way, kind of a thing. It's almost like the child asking mom to give milk. The child almost says this with a demand. It's like it's your duty to do it, kind of a thing. Because whenever you feel limited, whenever you feel alienated or challenged or, feeling kind of disconnected from the whole, from Brahman, from Ishvara, you can actually start doing this plea, this prayer, and that will bring you closer and closer to the truth. So it starts as avatvamam. You are the one. What is it? Vaktaram, avavaktaram. So vaktaram, vakt means it explains the words, the speaker, the one who speaks, basically. So here it means the teacher, the one who teaches this truth. And without any break, let the teaching happen. And that's what is the prayer for. Then avashrotaram, the one who listens to the teaching. Please protect the teacher. And then we are saying, please protect the listener. The one who listens, the one who speaks, and the one who listens. Please protect them. Then avadhataram. Data means giving. Or here in this context, we have to understand the one who actually started this lineage of teaching. The one who initiated this whole lineage of teaching this Vedanta. Please protect that person, or please protect that. And then we have avadhataram. The dha here is mainly the one who is sustaining the lineage. So the entire lineage we are asking to be protected, because we don't want that to go away. It's all hearsay, right? Vedas came from one mouth to the ear, and then from that mouth to the another ear. So we just want the entire lineage to be protected. And we don't want this to go in wrong hands. That is so important. We have, historically we can see so many cultures and religion have been destroyed in the name of division, war, and, fight. But over so many years, this particular lineage, the Vedic tradition, is still there without falling into wrong hands. And that's because of this prayers like this. And that's what we are praying for. Then, avanuchanum avasishyam. Anuchanam, the one who repeats this Upanishad by committing it to the memory, the chanting. Anuchanam is chanting, because you have to put it in your memory cells, keep repeating, and then reproduce it. And the one who does that, and Sishya basically, the one who is learning this Upanishad so that he or she can transmit this knowledge to the next person. Let there be no impediment to the flow of this teaching. That is the idea here. So that's what was the previous verse. And now let's go to the next stanza. So now it moves on to all directions. So how does the chanting go? Avapashyatat, avapurastatat, avottaratat, avadakshinatat, avachodvaratat, avadaratat, sarvato mam pahi pahi samantat. So here we are asking protection from all directions. So initially it will be from the east. So what are we asking protection from? The energy coming from the east. What is it? Sun. Sun is rising. So now the day is beginning. So let the day be peaceful. Let the activity in the day be all protected. All my actions be protected. And then we also can look at the negative things with the activity. What could it be? Like anxiety or restlessness may not be influenced by those negative things of activity. May there be protection for me against restlessness and anxiety. That's what we are asking. Then we are also asking protection from west. West is the where the energy is kind of sun is setting. So now it's like relaxing. Now the day is kind of unwinding. So through the night, may you protect me when I am kind of, relaxing and getting ready to sleep. So let there be some peace, and may I not get any nightmares. May I not get insomnia. That's what we are asking. But what is the negative thing with this relaxing energy? There could be laziness, there could be procrastination. May you protect me from those things. So positive things we want and the negative things we don't want, and we are asking protection from this Brahman. And then avottaratat, so from the north. North is indicating the energy where there is liberation, where there is moksha, the yearning for moksha. That's why we say always go towards north, which means you are actually moving towards this freedom. And we want protection during that journey. And then our dakshinatat. Dakshinatat is from the south. South is again, it symbolically represents the Lord of Death. So I don't want to die before I know this self-knowledge. May this birth be utilized properly for this self-knowledge. That is what we are asking for. And again here symbolically we know Lord Dakshinamurti faces the south because he again kind of teaches you the immortality. And then Avachodvaratat, Avadharatat. Chodvaratat is from above and then Avadharatat is from below. Because we talked about all the four directions. What about from, something comes from above as an obstacle or something comes from below as an obstacle. May you protect me from all those obstacles. Sarvato mam pahi pahi samantat. Not only the above mentioned directions, there is also in between. There is northwest, there is northeast, and then we have southwest and southeast. May you protect me from all quadrants, all direction, all around me. Sarvato mam pahi pahi samantat. Protect from all the inimical forces. And that's what we are asking for. So then it moves on to Tvam Vangmayastvam Chinmayah, Tvam Anandamayastvam Brahmamayah, Tvam Satchidanandatvidosi, Tvam Pratyaksham Brahmasi, Tvam Jnanamayo Vijnanamayosi. So it goes. So Tvam Vangmaya, Tvam Chinmaya. Vangmaya and Chinmaya. Vang is Vak, Vak. Vak becomes Vang because of the Sandhi. Vak is what? Words. The entire world is full of words and forms. Nama, Rupa, right? Every single object has a word and then a meaning. And the word and the meaning, basically that's what the universe is. Universe is full of word and meaning. Because Chandogya Upanishad says, the famous quote, Vacharambaram Vikaram Namarupam. So the entire universe begins with words. Why you need to know this? We need to know the truth of the word and the true meaning of it. That lies on the existence. That is the Sat. Right? Because the Chandogya is all about Sat, Sat, Sat. Right? And then Chit will be Kenopanishad. The Sat is the existence. The clay is the reality, not the pot. That's what Chandogya Upanishad says. So here we are saying the Vak, the words that come out of me, out of others, out of anybody, you are that. You are that revelatory power, and that is you, and may you protect us. So when you look at the words, they will resolve into letters. And then what is the letter that will resolve into sound? So everything that will be now, we will be seeing Brahman basically in everything. My ability to articulate, to talk is because of you. And then we are saying my ability to listen, to understand is because of you. Chinmayaha. Chinmayam is also the same, chit. So we talked about a Sat, which is the Vak, and then now comes the Chit. You are the intelligence within me. You are the intelligence within every single being in this world. How on the earth, we see these little ant carrying that little piece of, food. Who taught the ant to find that food somewhere, we spilled it. How the ant knows that there is some sugar there. Or even these little squirrel, when they go, you just wonder, how does it know? The little bud, how does it know to bloom? How the fruit knows it is time to ripe. That is the cosmic intelligence. That is the chit. That is you. That is what we are saying. Tvam Anandamayaha. You are the Ananda. You are the joy. You are the joy that is there within everybody. We think the joy is somewhere outside, but the joy is within you. And then the other way to look at it is Ananta. Ananta is eternal. There is no timelessness. It's not perennial. It's not like, perennial means one kalpa is over, it will be done. We talk about annuals and perennials and plants, and then we also talk about things like, sun, moon, all those are perennial. But then once this kalpa is over, when the pralayam is done, the sun also will go away. This is mythological story. If you talk to a scientist, he will also say the same thing, because sun has energy within it. The hydrogen bonds, as the hydrogen bond gets used up, billions and billions of years later, there will not be sun. You and I will not be there, don't worry. Meaning this body and mind will not be there. But the real you and I, the Brahman, will be there even then. That is what this is. Because the sun is perennial, whereas when you talk about the Brahman, it is eternal. It is the Ananta, and that is you. That's what we are saying. Brahma Mayaga. You are there everywhere. I would like to quote the Kena Upanishad here, because Kena Upanishad talks about, when we say about the Vak and Chit, we have to remember the Kena Upanishad, because it talks about the ear of the ear, the eye of the eye. That is how it starts. Shrotasya Shrotram, the ear of the ear. Manaso mano yada. Vachoha vachamsa. Pranasya pranaha. Chakshuscha chakshu. That is the Brahman. So the Brahman is not something like it's in the altar, it's in the form that you worship. Even though it starts as a Ganapati Upanishad, again we talked about it is not that form of the elephant god. We are talking about the Brahman, the Sat, Chit, Ananda. If you worship a god in a form, that is fine. The Sat, Chit, Ananda in that form god. If you worship God in a formless way, Nirguna, if you do the dhyana, then the Sat, Chit, Ananda. Okay? That is all Brahman. What about me? If you say that Sat, Chit, Ananda is you, and that Brahman is not somewhere outside you, it is you, and that is where the teaching lies upon. Even though this sounds like a prayer, so there is an interim duality here. But when you are ready, you will be able to see, oh, there is no duality here. That Sat and Chit and Ananda is me. And that is where the twist happens. So far you will be chanting Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. And then suddenly you will say, Shivoham. That Shiva is me. That auspiciousness is me. So that is the jnani. Even after the jnani, the jnanam is realized, we still keep that interim duality because there is a joy in it. Bhagavan Krishna talks about 4 types of devotees, right? In Bhagavad Gita we know about it. Artha, Artharthi, Jignasu, Jnani. He talks about 4. One would be the Artha will be the 911 devotee. Only when there is an obstacle, when there is a disaster, he just presses that alarm button. That is the Artha Bhakta. It's okay. He is also exalted one. He could do something else when there is a disaster. But now he is pressing, he is praying, he is also exalted. That is the Artha Bhakta. Then we have Artharthi. He is a deal maker. He says, you give me this, I'll give you this. I will donate. This is Navratri time. Chandi Homa is going. People will donate saris, the 9-yard saris to Chandi Homa, so that their wishes can be fulfilled. That is the deal-making Bhakta, Artharthi Bhakta. Then we have Jignasu Bhakta. Jignasu is who is interested in knowing who the Ishvara is, who the Brahman is. They keep saying, Tat Tvam Asi. How is that? How that Mahavakya can be explained? They say, I am non-separate from Ishvara. How is that? I want to know it. So they go and attend Vedanta classes. They don't go for Chandi Homa, but they sit in Vedanta classes. That is the Jignasu Bhakta. Then we have the Jnani, the one who is already aware that he or she is non-separate from Ishvara. They may or may not chant Om Namah Shivaya, but they may say Shivoham, or they may just simply say Om, or they may just simply stay in silence. There is no vak at all here. But still, they can also be a bhakta, because that is the way Bhagavan Krishna says, 4 types of bhakta. So, prayer is a beautiful thing. It is, Swami Vivekananda says, silence is the loudest prayer. Prayer is so beautiful. It has an efficacious way to manage the results of karma pala. Sometimes people will complain, my prayers are not answered. Swamiji says during those times, no, every prayer is answered. Sometimes the answer is no. So you think it is not answered. Sometimes the answer is yes, it is given immediately because you deserve it, your karma deserve it, you get it. Sometimes the answer is no because your karma says so. The third time the answer could be maybe. So it's all prayers are answered. So prayer is a beautiful thing. If you know who you want to pray to, you can pray with the name form of that Saguna Brahma. But if you are ready, you can be in Nirguna Upasana. And that is the beautiful way of chanting this particular Upanishad. Here we also talk about Anandamaya, and then we said Jnanamaya. Satchidanandatvidhiyosi Tvam Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvam Jnanamayo Vijnanamayosi. Jnanamayam Vijnanamayam. That is how here it ends. Meaning, you are the knowledge that is all-knowing, Sarvajna. Right? He is the Sarvajna. He knows everything. And then Vijnanamayam. Vijnanam is like a special one. You are the one that is all-knowing in particular one, not just general knowledge, you know the specific. Because if you ask anybody, like say he is the research scientist on the topic, like say COVID vaccine, you can ask, and there will be at a point he will say, I don't know. But Ishvara, the Brahman, there is no I don't know at all. In particular knowledge as well as in general knowledge, you know everything. You are the embodiment of knowledge. Pratyaksham Brahmasi. You are evident to me. How? As Sat Chit Ananda in me, as the knowledge in me. And that's how this prayer is going. And here it's also said, Satchidananda Tvidiyosi. So Advaitam here. There is no second here. Everything is one, non-dual. There is no separation even by a thought. When we say thought, we have a thinker thinking, the process of thinking. But there is no thought, there is no thinker, there is no process of thinking. There is no knower, there is no known, there is no process of knowing. All we have is knowledge. There is no superimposition. It's like the ocean. There's only water. There is no waves. The waves and all kind of now resolve into the ocean. At the same time, right? It simultaneously it happens. Timelessly it happens. And that is how here this Upanishad goes. We'll stop here and then we'll proceed with the next stanza in the next episode. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.